Hey, it's Jason with Dad's at Cook. What are we making today? We're making a wild mushroom tart. And I'm using a cornmeal crust. It's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to make it. It's gonna be tasty, because everybody likes mushrooms, right? Okay, so first we've gotta make our cornmeal crust. And how the heck are we gonna do that? Well, it's real simple. We've got some cornmeal here, and we're just gonna add our cornmeal. We're gonna add some flour, we got some butter, we got some salt, we got an egg, and we're gonna put it together in our little mixy blendy thing over here, and it's gonna work out great, okay? So, first thing we need to do is add the flour and the cornmeal and the salt together. We need to add in our butter now, which is nice and cold, and little 1/2-inch cubes. And the thing you gotta do is you gotta have cold butter, otherwise it's not gonna work. And then we're gonna pulse this down. We're just doing a pulse until it gets kind of a sandy look. I think that's about right. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's about right. We need to add our egg now. So let's put our egg in there. Slap that guy back on, and let's do the same thing. So it's gotta look like a wet sand. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's take a quick look. That looks perfect. We got a little tart pan, and we're gonna fill this bad boy up with that flour here. Just gonna flour up this guy real quick, okay? Now, a good trick, so we get a little plastic wrap, and this will allow us to roll it and it won't get so sticky, and this won't dry anything out, right? All right, so we're gonna grab this, okay, and we're just gonna stick it all right here. Let's make a ball out of it. Let's get another slice of this, put it right on top. All right, got a rolling pin, okay, so we'll just roll it out. Now you're probably wondering, why did he flour underneath if you're using cellophane? Well, then that way it just doesn't stick to the cellophane either. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that'll work. Take this guy. See how easy that peels off with this right here. And we go just like that. We lay it over like so. Look at that. The plastic wrap comes right off. Boom. Okay, now what you want to do is just let it go down inside there a little bit, and then press it into the sides. Fold it over the top. Take all the excess around the edge. So there you have it. There's your tart pan. It's all filled up and ready to go. It's all done. So we're gonna stick it in this. We're gonna throw it in the freezer for 30 minutes. And then we get to start working on the filling, which is pretty simple. So I put on my skillet. It's on a medium heat right now, okay? So we've got a lot of stuff, right? We've got olive oil, unsalted butter, 2 medium shallots, garlic, thyme, milk, cheese, 2 large eggs. These mushrooms over here that are beautiful. We got some oyster mushrooms, we got some shiitakes, we got some crimini. You know, again, you can use whatever you want. You can use whatever kind of mushroom you like, whatever you have. First thing we gotta do is we need to throw a little bit of oil. So we'll throw our olive oil in. We're gonna throw our butter in. You can see it's getting nice and bubbly. We just wanna make sure it's nicely melted together. So we'll add in our shallots, and we'll put those in. And we're gonna cook those for about 2 to 3 minutes. Let's add in our garlic and our thyme. We just want it to be nice and fragrant. Now, we're gonna put it on a high heat, okay? We're gonna put all these mushrooms in here. They're just gonna all get kind of soft, and they're gonna shrivel up, kind of like spinach does, you know? If you ever make spinach, you're like, ooh, that looks like a whole lot of spinach, and you got it in a big bag, and it's really exciting. You're like, ooh, we're gonna have a lot. And then when you put the whole bag in it, so you got like that much. All right, I think we're done with this part, okay? So let's grab this, put it on a plate. So what you should do as well is just get a little bit of pepper, add a little salt too, okay? I'll let that sit off to the side. So we've got our mascarpone. We need to add that into the bowl, okay? And we're gonna slowly whisk in this milk, slowly. I'm just barely putting a little bit in at a time. Pour that all in there, that's done, okay? Get that. Now we're gonna take our egg, our 2 eggs, and we're gonna throw those in, okay? And we're gonna whisk that up. You wanna make sure that mascarpone's nice and smooth before you put your egg in, okay? Otherwise it'll get kind of clumpy and you don't want that. Parmesan, we'll throw that in, mix that in there. And then our Gruyere that we freshly grated, okay? We mix all this together. Make sure you add a little pinch of salt, not a lot, just a little bit of salt, okay? And you're set to go. All right, so we got this out of the freezer This guy's nice and cold, he's ready to go. So let's get our mushrooms that have been sitting and relaxing for a little while. Let's put those into a large bowl. Now let's grab our mascarpone and our cheese and put that in there. And let's mix this up. A little bit of pepper to it, and maybe just a little more salt. Okay, so the crust is out, it's done, it's ready to go. So now what we need to do is we need to bake it for a little while. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this foil, and I got a little butter here. And you wanna butter the top of it, because you don't want it to burn. Then you're gonna take your butter top, and then you're gonna go gently, you're just gonna gently put it in. So you wanna kind of fold the tops up a little bit like that. So see how I'm kind of slowly going around the edge, lightly. I'm gonna cut some of this stuff off, okay? That looks good. Okay, you're gonna put it on something that has a little bit of an airflow underneath it, okay? Got a little bit tented, I put a little extra here just to make sure that it's tented. So you can grab little pieces like this and you can just put them right on top. So we're gonna put it in the oven 375 for about 9 minutes. And then we're gonna take it out, take the foil off, and put it in the oven for about another 5 to maybe 8 minutes, depending. I'm gonna stick it in here into my little tart pan now. Gonna be kind of careful. You can see it happening. We're gonna stick it in the oven now for another 35 minutes. Let's do that, okay? Okay, so I pulled it out of the oven. The Wild Mushroom Tart is out of the oven. I let it sit for like 15 minutes. So I've had it sitting here for 15 minutes, cooled it down. Now I'm gonna transfer it onto my happy little platter over here. Oh man, nice and crunchy. That crust looks crunchy. And it's good to have it room temperature or warm. Look at that. Look at how that looks. See how it goes, okay? This is it. It's the test. You can taste the Gruyere, the Parmesan, the garlic. You're gonna like this. You're really gonna like this. And mushrooms are so good for you too. They're amazingly good for your immune system. We got our Wild Mushroom Tart with our cornmeal crust. So easy, so tasty. Anyone can make this. You're gonna love it. I've got the recipe. It's down below in the description down here somewhere. Go check it out on the website, dadsthatcook.com, and we'll see you next time on Dad's That Cook. Hey, thanks for watching. You like our videos? Well, then do me a favor and subscribe, because then we can update you on what's going on. You'll also know when we're giving away really cool stuff, which happens all the time. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll be in touch.